I'm talking about the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis as we know it. However, if you want to play Master System games, yeah, backwards compatible, that was a different story. But Sega had all of the famous upgrades, or in this case, a downgrade, because we had a Master System converter for your Sega Mega Drive or Genesis. And that's kind of interesting. I've never owned it, so let's take a close look at it today, because it's going to be some Sega time. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in today's video, the Master System converter, and I even find this complete in box. However, there is some cardboard missing, but that doesn't spoil the fun. I love these old school boxes, or particularly when it comes to unboxing. I really hate them because of the storage. That's the biggest thing I always have to complain about boxes. You need to store them. But in here we're finding the Master System converter that we need to slap on the Mega Drive or the Genesis. There's not a lot of stuff in here. So there's even an extra screw, and there's a reason why, because you need to attach it to your Mega Drive or Genesis. And I don't know if this is going to be long in here, but the Master System was more like an absolutely great device. However, this is the converter and having the option to make an, let's say, backwards compatible situation. Even then we had this option, and what makes it even more cooler that we do have both of the option for the card input over here that were for the special very slim cartridges, and we can open up this particular part over here and we can slap in the Master System game. So the idea was kind of cool. So if you had like a couple of the Master System games laying around from your previous console, or you just bought a couple of them in the sale, you had the option, just play them and slap them on your machine. So having a Mega Drive or Genesis #1, because that was the only, let's say, adapter. I think later on in the lifespan of the Mega Drive and Genesis, they didn't do anything with it so far I know. So what you're going to be doing is just putting it on there, and it fits like a glove. Push it in, and that's it. You're ready to go. That's absolutely cool, and it looks kind of cool, to be honest. Yep. So let's try it out and let's plug it in. Another thing I also want to check out is not putting the screw in, because I'm too lazy for that. But let's see if we can use that upscaler I've been using for different kind of videos. So we're having over here the Mega Drive 1, 2 and SNK RGBS upscaler from Retroscaler. I've been using this for quite a long time now, and I'm quite pleased with the overall result of this. However, this is not for the Master System, but the thing is, we're not going to be using the Master System, like say console. We're using the Mega Drive for the output. So I'm curious, so will this actually be working? Because in this way we can actually use the Mega Master System thingy and an HDMI output. Okay, what are we getting inside for the Retroscaler? We're having over here the dongle itself and all of the attachments. So it comes with an HDMI cable and micro USB. And that explain you why this is. And we're having two adapters, because the original adapter in here has the cable connection for the Mega Drive 2. So we have an adapter for the Mega Drive 1. Another cool thing is that we have the option for, an aspect ratio, so we can even put it on an 4:3 aspect ratio. But nevertheless, let's have some fun. Let's plug everything in, because this thing also needs an external, let's say, USB source. Yeah, that's why the cable is for, but there's no adapter, so let's grab one and let's connect everything. For the games, we actually have three kinds of games, or actually two, but we have two different boxes. So we have the traditional boxes. I think they are like absolutely awesome, having the arcade over here. And if you're going to be putting one all side by side, have these very nice logos. So unfortunately, the Mortal Kombat Twitch didn't have this option. Oh man, don't you hate that? I can still remember the new generation of PlayStations, we had like different logos. Ooh, I really hated that, especially when we're going to be putting it on alphabetic order. So opening it up in here, we're finding two options, or actually two kinds of cartridges. The traditional Master System cartridge, and this is the transport Sega card. Yeah, so they made a special, very nice, slim cartridge. We also have seen it with the other, like a PC Engine. I think it's called a PC Engine. It's kind of cool having a similar situation. But what I find kind of interesting, that they still had this option for both of the cartridges with the backwards compatible device, or the Mega Drive Master System converter. I do wonder if it's still going to be working. So we're going to be sliding in here the cartridge, and at the front we can slide in the other one over here. It will stick out in quite a long, let's say long part of it, and this is the reason, because of the form factor and of course the cartridge design. But the overall design, when you're looking at it at the side over here, it's kind of cool. Yeah, that's silly, but cool. But seems to be working, that is a fact. However, it's a little bit of a downside that somehow I'm only getting purple screen from the Master System and Genesis. I've been trying this without the Master System and I also had the same problem. But the vibration of the screen, that is not normal. So where this upscaler really wasn't designed for Master System games, it seemed to be working if you're going to be actually doing this like that. If I can fix the purple screen, there's maybe another problem, whether it is the upscaler itself or maybe a cable or a connection. So yeah, it works, but not like I wanted to see it going to be working. But let's see what kind of games are actually going to be working. Let's get into the Terminator. And let's see if this is going to be any fun. I still remember that this game seems to be looking quite nice. But it's kind of cool to experience these games. I've been moving to a different monitor. This is maybe not exactly the right way to play. On an LCD display, we do have a good quality cable, so that makes absolutely a massive difference. I am already killed. Yep, I've been terminated. But let's test out the other feature. The hang-on cartridge didn't work with my other system, and you need to slide in. Ooh! Okay, that didn't work. Let's slide in the transport that needs to be working, I know for sure, because this cartridge has been tested on a Master System 1 and we got nothing. Okay, I've been testing, I've been cleaning, but nope, the front loader doesn't work at all. So when it comes for collecting and playing on this, it's not going to be working today. But I had a lot of issues with other games too. I've been cleaning them and it's such a nightmare. However, it's not all that bad, because now we do have the cheap Chinese Master System Everdrive thingy. And yep, adding your SD card and we can just slap in the game and play everything through the Everdrive. The Master System is an older version when you're looking at the menu itself. Yep, we do have a menu and it just showcases the folder that have you made. So in here we're finding all kinds of folders. European, Japan, Korea, US and all kinds of craziness. Going in here, we can also have pressing start the game itself that we already have been preloaded on the cartridge itself, but I just want to showcase if you're going to be loading up a game. Depending on the size, it doesn't really show the sizes, so you don't know exactly how long it will take to load up. But let's say we're going to be loading up some Golden Axe. Load and start, and in here we will find that it will erase the original saved game on the flash, and then it's going to be loading up the game, or in this case just a white screen. Yeah, works great. But somehow it seems to be keep giving me errors, and now it's erasing the file, but then it seems to be loading up, but somehow erasing takes frigging forever. So let's get into the gaming, but now with an original game card. I don't know if somebody else tried it, the flash cards on a converter like that, but the one thing is for sure, with mine it didn't work. I've tried a couple of versions now of games and none of them seem to be loading up into my flash card. It can be that my card is faulty, but I've just been checking it out on a different system and there is no actually way of saying that it's going to be a problem, because my other system it seems to be working just fine. The overall experience I had now with the Master System converter, it's not positive at all. Is it a blast to the past? No, it's absolutely a nightmare when it comes to that. The flash card didn't work, the front loading part didn't work, and what a nightmare this is. A little bit of a downside, but hey, it's fun to check out here on the channel. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, join me, and it would be great to see you in the next video.